To do so, go to the File menu, click on it, and choose Project option from Open menu bar. You can see here the Open dialog box is displayed on the screen. In this dialog box, browse to the C drive. Choose INSD 2024 folder, open it, and then choose C02 INSD 2024 tube subfolder, then open it, and then select project file C02 Commercial Complex Tube 1, and then choose Open button. Then the next section of this tutorial is setting the project information. In this section, we are going to add the project information to Open file. Further, we will define a parameter for the project information and add it to the project information of the project file. To do so, go to the Manage tab, click on it, and then choose Project Information tool from Settings panel. You can see here the project information dialog box is displayed on the screen. In this dialog box, specify the project parameters as 1st Jan 2023 for the project issue date, then start date for project status, and TICO Institute of Emerging Technologies in the client name. Then enter the address as 525 Andrews Drive, Sierra Leone. Then choose OK button. Then enter the commercial complex for project name and T80223 for project number. Then choose OK button. The information dialog box closes and the project parameters are saved in the project file. Next, we need to create an additional instance parameter for the project information. To do so, choose Project Parameter tool from Settings panel. You can see here the Project Parameters dialog box is displayed. Then choose New Parameter button from this dialog box. See, here the Parameter Properties dialog box is displayed. In this Parameter Properties dialog box, scroll the list in the Categories area and select Project Information checkbox. Then, go to the Parameter Data area and ensure that the Instance Trigger button is selected. Now, enter the project engineer name in the Name Edit box of the Parameter Data area. Next, select the Common option from the Discipline drop-down if it is not selected by default. Now, select Text and other options from the data type and group parameter under drop-down list respectively. Then choose OK button. You can see here the project engineer parameter is added. Then again choose the OK button. The project parameters dialog box is closed. Then again select the project information tool from the settings panel. You can see here the project information dialog box is displayed on the screen. Then click in the value field corresponding to the project engineer parameter and enter Shampi. Next choose OK button. The project information dialog box closes and the value for the newly added parameter is saved in the project file. Then we are going to see the next section, that is setting the project locations. In this section, you will specify the geographical locations of the project. To do so, choose Location tool from Project Location tab. See, here the location and site dialog box is displayed on the screen. Then, in this dialog box, choose the Site tab and then Duplicate button. You can see here the Name Edit box is displayed. Then enter T8 in the Name Edit box and then choose OK button. The name dialog box closes and the name entered is displayed and highlighted in the sites defined in this project, this box of the location and site dialog box. Next, choose the Location tab. You can see here the options in this tab are displayed. Then select the default city list option from the Define Location by drop-down list. Next, choose the Boston MA option from the city drop-down list. After that, select Use Data Saving Time checkbox and then choose OK button. The dialog box closes and the settings of the project location are saved in the project file. Then, the next section of this tutorial is setting the browser organization. In this section, we are going to specify the settings for customizing the project browser displayed in the drawing area of the project. To do so, go to the View tab and click on it, and then choose the Browser Organization tool under the User Interface drop-down list. See, here the Browser Organization dialog box is displayed on the screen. In this dialog box, ensure that the Views tab is chosen, and then select the Discipline checkbox. Next, choose the Shifts tab. The options in this tab are displayed. In this dialog box, select the Issue Date checkbox. Now, to apply the modified settings, choose the Apply button and then OK button. The modified settings are applied to the project browser and the browser organization dialog box is closed. Then we are going to see the next section, that is modifying the existing labels. In this section, you will modify the existing labels in the project file. In this section, you will modify the existing labels in the project file. To do so, we need to select an elevation view from the project browser and then use label 2. Before modifying the labels, move the cursor to the project browser and expand the structural head, elevations, building elevations node. Now, double click on the north node. You can see here the current view is changed to the north elevation. Next, zoom in the drawing area to make the text on the level lines visible. Then, click on the level 1 level line and move the cursor over the text level 1. The text is highlighted. Then, click on the text and edit box is displayed. Then, enter the video clip in the edit box and press enter. See, here the confirm level rename message box is displayed. This message box prompts you to confirm whether or not to rename the corresponding view of the selected level. Then choose Yes button. The name of the level changes in the project browser. Also, notice that the name of the view corresponding to the change level has been changed under the structural plan save in the project browser. Next, move the cursor over the elevation value of the below grade level. The elevation value is highlighted. Click on the highlighted elevation value. An edit box is displayed. Then, enter -4 feet in the edit box and press enter. Then press Escape to exit from the modification controls. Then repeat the procedure to rename the level to level. Then repeat the procedure to rename the level to level to entry and modify its elevation as 0 feet 0 inch. Next, right-click in the drawing area. A shortcut menu is displayed on the screen. After that, choose the Zoom to Fit option. You can see here the extremes of the level lines are displayed in the drawing area. Next, select the below grade level line and then place the cursor over the length control displayed on the left. Then, place the left mouse button and drag the mouse to the right. You can see here the level lines move along with the cursor. Next, click in the drawing area when the length of the level lines reduces to the half of their existing length. Then, press Escape to exit from the edit controls. Next, right-click in the drawing area and choose Zoom to Fit option from the shortcut menu. You can see here current view fits the extent of the length of level lines. Then the next section of this tutorial is adding new labels. In this section, you will add new labels to the project file using the label tool. To do so, go to the Structure tab, click on it, and choose Label tool from bottom panel. You can see here the Modify Place Label contextual tab is displayed. Then choose the Plan View Types button from the options bar. See, here the Plan View Types dialog box is displayed. In this dialog box, click and deselect the floor plan and ceiling plan and then choose OK button. After that, move the cursor near the left endpoint of the entry level line and type value 12 feet 6 inches in the edit box displayed when the alignment line appears. Then press enter. Next, move the cursor toward right until the alignment line appears above the entry level bubble, and then click to complete the level line. You can see here the new level line is created, displaying the level name as level 3 and the elevation as 12 feet 6 inches. Then, without exiting the level tool, repeat the steps to create the level line with the name level 4 at the distance from the level 3 level line as 12 feet 6 inches. Note that the elevation of level 4 level line is displayed as 25 feet. Then press Escape twice to exit from the tool. After that, select the level 3 level line. You can see here the properties of the selected level lines are displayed in the Properties palette. In the Properties palette, click in the value field corresponding to the name parameter and replace the existing name level 3 with second floor. Then choose Apply button. The Confirm Level Rename message box is displayed. In this message box, choose As button. See, here the name of the level line level 3 changes to the second floor. Also notice that the name of the corresponding view in the project browser has changed to the new name. Next, to rename the level 4 level view, select it from the drawing area. The properties of the selected level are displayed in the properties palette. Then, repeat steps to rename level 4 to roof. Then, choose the level 1 analytical option from the structural plan set and choose the delete button from the displayed shortcut menu. The selected view name is deleted from the project browser. Then, repeat steps to delete the level 2 analytical option from the structural plan set. We will next section, that is adding grid lines. In this section, you will add grids to the structural project. To add grids, we need to change the current view to the entry-level structural plan and then use the grid tool. To do so, double-click on the entry node in the structural plan set of project browser. You can see here the entry structural plan view is displayed on the drawing area. Then remove the grid tool from the button panel. You can see here the Modify Place Grid contextual tab is displayed. In this tab, ensure that the line tool is removed from the draw panel. Next, move the cursor toward the lower left corner of the drawing area and then click when the specified. Next, move the cursor toward the lower left corner of the drawing area and then click to specify the start point of the first grid line. You can see here the grid line with the temporary dimensions for angle emerges. Then move the cursor vertically up at an angle of 90 degrees from the horizontal plane and click when it reaches near the north elevation level. Now move the cursor downward and position it near the right side of the endpoint of the grid line created previously. As you move the cursor toward right, a temporary dimension appears with an extension line and the extension snap. Then, enter the value as 10 feet and press enter. The second grid line starts at the distance of the entered value from the start point of the first grid line. Then, move the cursor vertically up and place it near the bubble of the first grid line and click when the alignment line appears. You can see here the second grid line is created. Then, repeat steps to create 5 more vertical grids with the distances 10 feet, 4 feet, 11 feet, 9 feet 6 inches and 5 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet, 4 feet, 11 feet, 9 feet 6 inches and 5 feet. After creating all vertical grids, please escape twice to exit the grid tool. Then select vertical grid line marked 4. Now, place the cursor over the text in the grid bubble of the selected grid line and click. An edit box is displayed. Then enter 3.1 in the edit box and press enter. You can see here the selected grid line is renamed. Then, without exiting the editing mode, select the next grid marked 5 and then move the cursor over its grid bubble and click to display the edit box. Then enter 4 in the edit box and press enter. See, here the selected grid line is renamed. Then repeat steps to rename the grid lines marked 6 and 7 to 5 and 5.1 respectively. After renumering all required vertical grids displayed in the drawing area, press escape to exit the editing mode. Now we are going to add the horizontal grids. Again, invoke the grid tool from data panel. Next, move the cursor toward the top right of the vertical grid line marked 5.1 and click at the location. Then move the cursor horizontally toward the left until it has crossed the vertical grid line marked 1. Click in the drawing area to create the first horizontal grid line. After that, move the cursor below the grid line alignment control of the start point of first horizontal grid line. You can see here an alignment line with the temporary dimension is displayed. Then type 8 feet in the edit box and press enter. See, here the second horizontal grid line will start below the start point of the first horizontal grid line at the distance of 8 feet. Then move the cursor horizontally toward left and place it below the grid bubble of the first grid line. Next, move the cursor horizontally toward left and place it below the grid bubble marked 5.2 of the first grid line and click when the alignment line appears. After that, repeat the steps to create the rest of the horizontal grid lines with the distances 4 feet, 4 feet, 1 feet 6 inches, 5 feet, 6 feet, 4 feet, 10 feet, 4 feet 6 inches, 2 feet 6 inches, 4 feet and 11 feet. And rename them as A, B, C, C1, C2, D, E, F, G, G1, G2, H, and I. Then the last section of this tutorial is saving the project. In this section, we are going to save the project by using the Save As tool. To do so, go to the File menu and choose Project option from Save As menu bar. You can see here the Save As dialog box is displayed. In this dialog box, browse to the C drive and select ISD 2024 folder. Then open it and create new subfolder with the name C03 ISD 2024. Open it and enter the file name as C03 Commercial Complex Tube 1 and then choose Save button. The Save As dialog box is closed and the project file is saved. After saving the project file, we are going to close the project. To close this project file, go to the File menu, click on it and choose Close option.